family members, you probably guessed that this video was coming because I am obsessed with Netflix and DreamWorks, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Do you like my themed eyeshadow today with the rainbow? Well, I want to know if you can guess who my favorite princess is. Leave your answer in the comments and don't forget to tell me who your favorite is too. Then stick around while I talk about all the awesome She-Ra characters.
You have McGann, the fangirl. Make sure you subscribe and check back every week for new fandom videos. I am obsessed with She-Ra and the Princesses of Power by DreamWorks. But seriously now, what's a fangirl gotta do to get one of these PR kits that I see all over Twitter? Netflix, DreamWorks, love me too! Crippling disappointment aside though, I am here today to rank all of the Princesses of Power. And this list is my rankings as of the release of Season 2, and there will be some mild spoilers for both Season 1 and 2, so watch out for those if you do not want to know anything. Truly, 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 this is totally a list where any of the princesses could be number 1. These are just my picks with my rationale behind it. Number 9. Spinnerella is at the bottom of the list. Why? I mean, she's a bubbly plus-size superhero type, so she should make it really high on my list, but we just haven't seen anything about her in the series yet, really. Unfortunately, I worry that we have so many princesses that we know so little about already that it's gonna be really hard to get Spinnerella in the forefront. So I just don't have huge hopes for her getting a big storyline until the series chooses to prove me otherwise. Number 8, Natasha. Funny enough, when I was like obsessed with this show in the 80s, the only 2 figures I had were She-Ra and Natasha, so I was really excited to see her back in the series in Season 1, and then I was even more excited to see her show up in Season 2, but then she just kind of fluttered away and didn't really go anywhere with her story arc. Come on, I know we got a lot going on with She-Ra and Catra and Glimmer and Bow, but we gotta get these guys built up. I need more character development. Number 7, Perfuma. Perfuma is the princess of Plumeria, and we do see her kind of regularly in the series, but she just doesn't do it for me as a princess. I mean, I don't dislike her, but she doesn't really have enough 3-dimension as a character for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm all the way Team Perfuma. I'm hoping in Season 3 and beyond we'll get a little bit more of a love triangle between Bow, Glimmer, and Perfuma, or maybe just a jealousy triangle for Bow's attention, because I don't know that Bow and Glimmer are actually anywhere near a thing, but the series has kind of dabbled with Bow and Perfuma, so I'm interested to see where that goes, and there's a lot of potential to develop more, but as of right now, I feel like Perfuma is just kind of flat. Number 6, Frosta. Honestly, Frosta would have been at the bottom of my list if not for her little bit of character development in Season 2, because when Frosta goes all, I've never had any friends before, I'm over here crying on the couch going, I want to be your friend, sweet baby. So it really doesn't take much to get audiences connected with characters. We just need those little emotional bits and maybe some more screen time with all the different princesses. But I think Frost is absolutely adorable. I think it was a really good decision to make her young because it sort of puts a different dynamic into the show with all the other girls being roughly the same age. And really that's the part that I like best about She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, is that they're all different shapes, sizes, colors. Everybody gets to be represented in the show, and that's important because if you don't see yourself in media, you don't exist. Film is powerful, so representation in film is powerful. And I would bet you that once we see more of Frosta in future seasons, she will move higher up on my list. Number 5, Glimmer. Glimmer is one of our main characters. She's friendly, she's cute, she's energetic. I love that she has the shorts thing going on over a frilly little dress. Actually, I love that about all the princesses. But Glimmer totally rocks it and makes it all cutesy feminine, so I love her whole look and outfit. And I am obsessed with the fact that she has some curves on her because that was not a thing way back when. If you look at the original She-Ra series, like they're all pretty much the same copy and pasted body. For me though, even though Glimmer is really a strong, heroic female character, she still falls just a little bit short of some of the other ladies. And I think that's because she's one of the few who still has her mother, so she sort of has this really strong rebellion rebellious aspect to her, or she's always trying to fight to be heard or fight to be acknowledged as an adult type person, and that makes Glimmer seem just a little bit whiny. She also gets it in her head a lot of the times that she knows better than everyone, so she's gonna decide for everybody, or she knows what's best. A good bit like her mom in that regard. Even though I really like Glimmer, there's just so many other characters that just nudge her out of the top ranking zone. Number 4, and this is where it got really hard for me to get the list in order. I'm gonna put She-Ra right here because she's front and center in the series. She's a great character. She's a well-developed character. She's strong. She's beautiful. She's not overly sexualized. I love that upgrade that they did in the series because, you know, something made to inspire little girls doesn't need to have cleavage and big boobs or a tiny little mini skirt. But I think She-Ra's personality and having been raised as part of the Horde and a soldier, it makes her a little bit flatter than some of the other ladies. And like I said, really just about any princess on this list could be number 1, and especially in this top list from here on up could definitely be my number 1. So this is all a lot of preference on where she falls on this list. Number 3, Mermista. Okay guys, come on, we gotta love a girl with some attitude on her. Mermista reminds me so much of April Ludgate from Parks and Rec. Like, she's got this flat kind of deep monotone voice, and she's annoyed, and she's always saying these little quippy things in the background.
Your friend over there can turn into a like 8-foot-tall lady with a sword, and I want her on my side.
It works so well. Like, that actually makes her so likable and funny. Plus, you gotta love a girl who can sport a mermaid tail. She really won this place on my list when she became She-Ra. And Mermista's relationship with Seahawk, I mean, it's kind of funny, you know, we've all had that person we've dated that we were kind of like, really? Not sure if I want people to know I'm dating you. But if you think about it, Seahawk's really like Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec, so, you know, you've got April and Andy kind of personalities there, and they just play together really well, and I think Mermista with everybody plays together so well because she's got that dry, dark personality. But at the same time, it's really not, because she's not a dark, mean, brooding character. She just has that sort of dry, sarcastic humor about her. And I want to pause before we get to number 2 and give a quick honorable mention to Swiftwind, Bow, and Catra for being absolutely phenomenal, well-written, funny characters. But you guys aren't princesses, so sorry, you don't really belong in this list. Shoo, shoo, shoo. And now number 2, it's Scorpia. I really had to fight with myself whether or not to make Scorpia number 1 because that character is phenomenal. The writing team has done a fantastic job making her likable. Scorpia puts us against the grain in every way possible because here she is, a member of the Horde, so she's a bad guy. She's a princess that gave up her crystal and her powers to join the Horde. And when you first see her, I mean, she's really not an attractive character. She's got the big claws and the scorpion tail, and she's all like, roar. I mean, she looks like she could go and take out He-Man right now. But then you get to know her, and she's so stinking likable. No, I take that back. She's not likable. She is completely lovable. And even though she has a really bad employer, and her friends are really mean to her, she's still extremely loyal and positive. She may not be fighting for what's right, but she is fighting for what she believes in, and for her friends like Catra, and come on, she's like really funny too.
This is me, this is Catra, and I think it's clear. Come on. I mean, I'm a bit of an artist.
Scorpia borders on that sort of delusional kind of self-esteem where it's like, why are you so full of yourself? You're not a pretty little dainty thing like Perfuma. But she doesn't see herself that way, and she is really lovely. Like at the Princess Ball, she looks gorgeous. And for the show to take the time to say, it doesn't matter what you look like, you can still be sweet and positive and a great friend and pretty, even if it's a non-conventional pretty. I mean, what is not to love about that? Who cannot love Scorpia? Finally, our big number 1. Have you guessed her yet? Entrapta. Alright, so as the techie geek kid myself, I already hardcore relate to Entrapta. Plus, if you saw my last She-Ra video, you know I related hardcore to this line.
You're asking me about my theories? I've waited years for someone to ask me about my theories! Hang on! I made a model!
I can't tell you how many times in a week my daughter and I scream out between each other, I made a model!
Oh, that is so classy!
And in season 2, she only gets better. Like, her lines are even better, and it's sort of this personality issue that she has. I'm a little bit inclined to feel like Entrapta might have Asperger's because she just socially doesn't get it, but there's also a lot of gifted people who kind of socially don't get it either. So I don't know, but I think it's interesting that we can kind of have that option later, or even if the show never covers it, that we can kind of think about it that way. Because again, representation, hey, kids with special needs like Asperger's and autisms and whatever other special needs, they're people too, even though a lot of times society doesn't treat them as such. And I really find it phenomenal that Entrapta sort of accidentally fell in with the Horde, so she's on the bad team now from where she started. But Entrapta herself really isn't bad, and she doesn't have any bad motives. It's just like the science is the science, and that's what she wants to follow and study and learn about, is all the stuff that the first ones left behind. And I think in season 3 or 4 or somewhere in there, we're gonna see Entrapta go back with the Princess Alliance, but for now she's following her bliss and doing the work she really cares about and wants to do. And can we really be that mad at her for that? My prediction is that Entrapta is going to ultimately be the one that takes out the Horde, because she's sort of in there. She's gonna know everything about it. She is developing all of their tech, so if Entrapta snaps, the whole Horde will fall apart.
I looked at the rock, which is a crystal, and used math. Wait, do I have to explain math to you?
So Entrapta's allegiance is going to determine the fate of the Horde and all of Etheria, in my opinion. We'll see if that theory pans out, but I'm really excited for that because I just adore her! And I really love it too, that everybody kind of thinks she's weird and that she's crazy, and not only does she not care, but nobody's trying to change her to make her fit in with everybody else. She is allowed to be who she is and do what she needs to do, because that's what makes her special and important and unique. So I'm really excited that we have characters like Scorpia and Mermista and Entrapta, and I can't wait to see what season 3 and beyond has in store for us. I hope you guys have been loving She-Ra as much as I have. If you've been watching, I'd love to know your favorite parts or quotes or any episodes in the show that you love. Leave it in the comments below, and I might be overthinking it, but that's literally my job.
So our special derps today has Kyrie in it, and this is my first time doing a special end of video derps without a Disney song, so don't you copyright strike us, Netflix. On the edge of greatness, turning darkness to light, we're right beside you, ready to fight. We're gonna win in the end. We can't be strong, but this is big words. We must be brave. Fight to we must be strong.
How do I push you across the
Almost through the window.
Hashtag season 3, season 3.
Oh, hopefully
Season 3.
soon. I hope it's this year. I hope it's this year.
Yes.
What?
Cake on it. I'm not even on the camera anymore.
Okay, so you start 2 fingers, sideways, up and peace sign. Okay, ready? You wanna try again? I hit myself in the eye. Hold on one more time.
Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have 2 other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end, and then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.